What if you could kickstart a whole global music revolution with, like, just 3 guitar chords and a ton of attitude? Well, that's pretty much the story of punk. Today, we're going to break down how this super loud, super fast, and kind of raw sound came along and basically changed everything.
You know that feeling, right? When you're just buzzing with energy, or maybe you're frustrated and you just need to get it all out. That exact feeling, that's the spark that lit the fire for punk rock. And believe it or not, it all comes down to one little secret number.
3. That's it. And this is not just some random number. It's literally the key that unlocked an entire musical movement. I mean, while other bands were off using dozens of complicated chords, punk musicians were like, nah. They proved that with just 3 simple chords, you could write a killer song, start a band, and maybe, just maybe, change the world.
Okay, so first up, let's get into the core sound of punk. It's all about one thing: keeping it simple to make it super, super powerful.
So try to picture the mid-1970s. Mainstream rock music was getting really complicated. We're talking 10-minute guitar solos and songs so technical you'd need like years of music lessons just to try and play them. And then punk just crashed the party. It was a total rebellion against all that complexity, stripping music all the way back to its raw, energetic core.
And this chart really shows you the difference. On one side, you had mainstream rock, which was all about being perfect and technical. But on the other side, you had punk, which was just pure feeling and power. The goal was to hit you with this blast of energy in like under 3 minutes. It was kind of like a musical speed run. Get in, make your point loud and clear, and get out, leaving everyone totally buzzing.
But this simple sound wasn't just about the music. Nope. It sparked this incredibly powerful idea that became just as important: the whole do-it-yourself attitude.
This right here is the heart of the punk mindset. DIY, do it yourself. It's this awesome belief that you don't need to wait for some big record label or a rich producer to give you permission to be creative. It's just like building your own world in Roblox or starting a YouTube channel right from your bedroom. You've got the tools, you've got the idea, so why not just do it yourself?
And look at how simple it was. No fancy gear needed, no expensive lessons. You could literally grab a cheap guitar from a pawn shop, learn those 3 magic chords, write a song about whatever was bugging you that day, and then just go photocopy your own flyers for a show. Punk took the power away from the giant music companies and gave it straight to the kids in their garages.
So this whole do-it-yourself attitude wasn't just about the music. It completely exploded into a unique look and a really powerful message.
The punk look was basically the DIY spirit you could wear. It was anti-fashion. You didn't buy it in a store, you made it. Ripping up your jeans, sticking safety pins on your jacket, dyeing your hair some crazy color. It was all about showing that you didn't fit in, and more importantly, that you didn't even want to. It was cheap, it was creative, and it was a loud and clear statement about who you were. And the lyrics? They were just as direct and honest as the fashion. Punks weren't hiding behind complicated poetry or metaphors. Nope, the songs were straight to the point, talking about real-life problems, frustrations with teachers or parents or the government, or even just being bored. The whole goal was to get a feeling across as fast and as powerfully as possible.
So, the big question is, how did this angry, energetic sound from a few garages in places like New York and London actually go global? Let's take a look.
It all really started with a few key bands who laid down the blueprint. In the US, you had the Ramones, who absolutely perfected that short, fast, 3-chord song. Then, over in the UK, you had the Sex Pistols, who brought this aggressive, we-don't-care attitude that totally shook everyone up. And then there were bands like The Clash, who showed that punk could also be really smart and political. These pioneers proved that this sound could reach a huge audience.
And from there, punk started to evolve. It's kind of like a video game character that branches out into different classes. You got hardcore, which was basically the boss level of punk, even faster, even more aggressive. Then there was pop punk, which mixed all that raw energy with super catchy melodies you couldn't get out of your head. And you had street punk, which was all about creating these powerful anthems for everyday working class people. The core energy was always there, just with a different flavor.
Honestly, the influence of punk is just massive. Its DNA, that raw energy, the simplicity, the whole DIY attitude. You can find it in so many other styles of music that came later, from the moody, emotional power of grunge in the 90s to the super popular pop punk that kind of dominated the 2000s. It all traces back to those simple, revolutionary ideas from the 70s.
So look, if you take one thing away from all of this today, let it be this: Punk is way more than just a type of music. It's a mindset. It's about having the confidence to create something all on your own, to express exactly who you are without asking for permission, and, maybe most importantly, to question the rules and ask, why?
And that kind of brings us to a final question for you. If you grabbed a guitar, learned 3 chords, and had a microphone, what would your anthem be about? What's the message you'd want to scream to the world? Really think about it. Thanks for tuning in to this explainer.